Goddamn. I mean, goddamn.
Wow. Goddamn,
Yeah, I mean,
goddamn is right. Goddamn is right. What is going on, everybody, man? How's everybody doing here today? Welcome back to another edition of the news. Welcome back to episode 310 of the news. As I clean up a spill here on my desk, I don't know where that came from.
as, as
Um,
you say that, if I can have an album just fall for no reason, that's
I'm,
just great.
I'm dead. Are you on the right mic?
I am not actually, now that you say that. I will be in 1 second. Be on the right mic.
There you go.
There.
There you go.
My
Okay.
bad. My
All
bad.
good. All good. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us, as always, for another edition of the news. As, God, I'm all over the place. I got my fucking arm all in the thing. Okay. All right. Okay. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us. I hate when I look up and I see my podcast arm all in the shot. It annoys the piss out of me. Because I'm, because I'm trying. Normally, when we're not on the podcast, I'll keep it because I kind of slouch down when I play the game, so I'll keep it to wherever my mic is. But then when we come on here, the arm's like all in the shot. So my bad, my bad. Even though I done fixed it like 12 times, I feel like that's the new version of. Remember when my camera used to always be moved? I feel like that's the new version of that. Yeah, I
Not
got it.
Mike.
Yeah, I know. I got my mic all in the. I got my mic arm all in the way now. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us. Welcome back to episode 310. As guys, oh brother. See we oh god. We got a lot of we got a lot of WrestleMania WWE related news to go over today, man, as boy oh boy. This WrestleMania season, Sir K said it last week. This WrestleMania season is more active in the it's more active in the news than it is on TV. This is crazy stuff going on.
Real. It really is. It's way more active in the fucking news. We'll actually talk about it, and it's interesting. And you cut to Raw or SmackDown, and it's literally just the most generic shit in the world every time.
Man.
Can't even say
So,
lines apparently. People want them cut.
yeah, blurred lines.
Some blurred lines. Yeah, brother.
So, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us as always. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Tuesday, even though I think we got another Monday one coming up. What'd you say?
Oh, I'm down. I like it. I like it on Mondays.
Okay.
Plus, I probably would have had to have it on Monday anyway for this next one.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll say this, at least temporarily. Unscripted will be moved back to Mondays temporarily. Unless we say anything else. So there you go. So normally every Monday or Tuesday, we are on here with NHP Unscripted. And every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news. Speaking of that, if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is up on all platforms for you guys. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see first, join us right here live every, like I said, Monday or Tuesday with NHP Unscripted. Also, if you guys are not aware, we are live directly after the pay-per-views for both AEW and WWE. The next one we will be on here for is in about 3 weeks with AEW Dynasty, man. So there you go. So with that being said, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can find this beautiful, brand new slept-on design, as well as all the other OG designs on there as well, man. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, or what the fuck am I talking about? If you guys haven't got a chance to get to know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my guy. He's smiling. We got my guy Sir K here. And everybody wants to know, what are you smiling about today?
There's many reasons I'm here smiling today, man. So far, Resident Evil 9 has been very fun. Um, I'm here with you guys talking about this fucking some Fugazi Phil, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. This Mania season is really fun on Fridays, man. Not as fun when you're watching on a Monday or you're watching, later tonight on a Friday, but it's fun at Fridays about 3 o'clock when we get to talk about this fucked ass Mania season news wise. Um, so that's the only reasons I'm smiling, most definitely. But doing good, man. Doing good. Just been chilling out. Been chilling out and just waiting for things to get move along. Just moving stuff along, man. You know how it goes. And I'm doing good. Like Toronto always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's they doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I am doing all right, man. Like you said, just um, happy to be moving along with Resident Evil 9. It's very good. It's very, very good thus far. Uh, yeah, very good. Very good. Honestly, I've thoroughly enjoyed the story. I've thoroughly enjoyed the story that they've had going on, and I'm very interested to see where it goes. So, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much about it, man. That's pretty much about it. Honestly, nothing too much going on around these parts, bruh. So yeah, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. But as for you guys, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? How are you guys doing? Thank you guys as always for joining us. Manager Logan is here. He says he's here, but he's still actively recording. So shout out Manager Logan. Go watch his stuff, please. Good stuff.
Truly.
He says, I should have been probably done, but the game keeps crashing over and over. Damn. That sucks,
That's the
dude.
game, man. That's the case. I get it.
Yeah, that sucks, bro. That sucks. The last time I've had to deal with a game crashing over and over that consecutively was probably, unless I'm forgetting one, WWE 2K20.
So bad. That game was so bad that in the original version of the podcast, when we'd have gameplay as like the main source of the podcast, we had to switch back to 19. We
Literally,
just
bro.
kept crashing. That's how fucking bad that game was, dude.
I remember
Legendarily horrible.
we had like an episode of news that was split into like 6 parts because we were trying to film it over 2K footage, and it was not going. It was not going. It literally crashed like 6 parts. The whole news episode is broken up into like 20-minute sections, and then there's like 8 minutes here, 8 minutes there. It's a terrible watch, but um it seems like we made it out the other end. So
Made it out the mud, man. Rags to riches right here, man. This is most definitely riches compared to what we were doing
oh
in
man,
the beginning.
100%.
This we're in the penthouse now.
100%. All right, man. Let's let let God let's talk, guys. Let's talk. So we got WrestleMania, bruh. We got WrestleMania. We got a lot of WrestleMania news. We got a lot of news surrounding WrestleMania. We got so much WrestleMania news. We got news surrounding WrestleMania 43. Okay, and we'll get to that in just a second. We got news about injuries. We got news about people coming back around WrestleMania. We got news about a new WWE tactic that I cannot wait to bury to shreds. But one of the main things that's going on around WrestleMania season is the World Heavyweight Championship program. Now, a lot of you would say, yeah, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, right? Isn't that what you would say, Sir K? You got a lot to say, but what would you say about, the world title program or WrestleMania?
The program going into WrestleMania is 100% Roman, and I was gonna say Roman and Punk.
Right.
That is the WrestleMania match.
Right, for sure, for sure. That's one thing we can say, that's for sure. However,
Mhm.
these guys have been having promo battles, right? These guys have been having promo battles, and our guy, CM Punk, seems to be in a lot of hot water with the IWC this week, at least from what I've seen, because he is being accused of scrapping certain lines to promos. More specifically, this last Monday's promo that me and you took a lot of problem with, I guess. Everything from Roman Reigns, not really caring about the line about his father to them making it out there and Punk just Chad mating it up. I mean, he is just chatting it up around there, walking around the ring, dapping up with everybody. This guy thinks he's Kevin Knight. He's dapping up with everybody around the ringside area. Then he gets in the ring and, Roman Reigns is saying lines about his wife. He doesn't really care. But then he calls him a tryhard and says that he's old. And this just threw CM Punk over the fucking edge. This was it. This was it for him. He had enough. Okay? It wasn't the line about his wife, even though Drew McIntyre mentioned his wife and he absolutely flipped the gasket. All it took was Roman Reigns calling him old. Well, according to Bodyslam.net, original plans for last night's CM Punk and Roman Reigns segment would have seen Reigns respond to Punk's previous comments about his father by bringing up his late dog, Larry. Instead, Punk laid out Reigns after he was called old. So, there are many there are many people in the IWC, like I said, who are coming down on CM Punk because he is again, like I said, man, now being accused of wanting this line scrapped. Now we don't know necessarily if this is Punk or not. However, the line got scrapped. The line got scrapped, man. So now it's my turn to ask you, bro. Do you think this is from CM Punk? Or do you think this is something from up above with WWE? Or do you think this is from Roman? Which I think is the most least likely option.
See, I wouldn't think it's from Roman. That would really make no sense. Hey, bro, I'm not gonna go that far. Huh? The fuck? This is WrestleMania. You better go that far. But I don't think it's Roman. I really question why the higher ups wouldn't like that line. Maybe there is some like TV related reason why that line had to be cut. Maybe we don't know. So maybe that could be a thing. But but if I'm a betting man, the person I would bet that wanted that line scrapped was Phil himself, man. And like, this is WrestleMania, bro. This is WrestleMania, and it's so funny because when you take it into this context, the ending to their promo makes so much more sense if that was the ending line that he hit Roman after. But like so you scrap the dog line, and the best you could come up with is you're old. You like, dude. Again, I reiterate every time, but like this is WrestleMania season, bro. You better bring up a cowboy. You better bring up some young bucks. And not even by name, bro. You just gotta make little tongue-in-cheek references, and that'll be better than you're old. That's literally Braun's whole thing against him. So we are old and washed up, and at least it made sense for Braun. He was like the younger, more energized guy. At least it made sense for Braun. Like, dude, Roman has dead ass a gray beard, calling CM Punk old. Like, bro, what is that fucking Indiana Jones switch out line? Very weak, very annoying, and I do think it comes from Phil, man. Whether it's a mix of Phil and maybe AJ didn't want that line either. Maybe it could be that. I don't know. Either way, they didn't say the Larry related line, and like this is WrestleMania, man. You're in the program with Roman Reigns for WrestleMania night 2. You gotta go over the edge, bro. You have to. And the fact that you're now willing to is for CM Punk of all people is kind of sad. So and that's the thing. If CM Punk doesn't allow that line, then Roman has every right to not allow the dad related line, but he allowed it.
Yeah.
So like you're just gonna allow Roman to allow that line, but you're not gonna allow a line back. It's it's kind of a pattern with CM Punk, man. He could dish it. He don't really seem like he could take it, bruh, if I'm being honest.
See, hey, so let man, this is so stupid. Let's talk about let's obviously talk about the three components. I'll go over them like I asked you, man. So the first one, you have Roman Reigns. To me, I obviously don't think Roman wanted that line scrapped. I think that you could throw that one right out the window. Higher ups, I I don't know if again maybe some of the higher ups are like dog enthusiasts and don't want to bring up you know how some people are real soft
That
about that kind of stuff. There's that component, which that is a possibility. And again, I don't want to completely flame CM Punk, even though I'm about to. I don't want to completely flame him because again, it could have been them, but if history serves us correctly, CM Punk is not really one that, and I hate saying this because he's on my Mount Rushmore. He is one to me that at multiple times throughout his career can seem very Charmin made, if you will. So so
I
he can
like that.
he can be very soft, if you will, man. He can be very soft. And listen, this now makes so much more sense as to why Roman Reigns was so cocky throughout the night, which I don't know why they kept that if they weren't going to go that route. Because if Roman Reigns showed up to the building cocky as ever because he knew, okay, motherfucker, you brought up my dad, well, I'm about to bring up your dog. Plain and simple. And maybe that's why he showed up so cocky. That makes sense. You showed up so cocky and just not caring at all that he brought up your passed away father, and then you just mentioned that he's old? I mean, what the fuck? What the And now again, it would have made more sense for him to show up so cocky if he knew, okay, I'm about to get it back. Cause now, obviously you want to bring up, people that have passed away. All right, well, you just so happen to be in that same situation yourself. That's not the case though. That's not the case. Roman Reigns showed up and again, he didn't come with the heat himself outside of the AJ line, but in turn it made Punk look worse. That's what made Punk snap. That? I mean, again, we can't be soft here, bro. We cannot be Charmin made here. We cannot be Charmin made, bro. We have WrestleMania around the corner, and you just brought up his father. So why was a line about his dog scrapped? It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me at all why that was scrapped. It really makes zero sense to me, man. And again, this is WrestleMania. We have a program to build. If we want to dish it, you better fucking believe we better be able to take it. I mean, come on now. It makes no
And like,
it makes no sense. What were you gonna say?
and my thing with the Roman cockiness at this point, with the story that came out about the whole segment and the line getting cut, I don't even see the cockiness as like a character thing anymore. I feel like he showed up to that show cocky as hell because 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 Punk got the line cut and he's soft and to me the cockiness is more of Joe than it was a Roman, if that makes sense, man. At least to me.
I could see that. I could see that because again, I mean, I would feel pretty cocky about it too if I wasn't even the world champion and the world champion was getting his panties in a bunch about a TV line. Like that's the thing I don't understand. Like with wrestling, bro.
He's not saying it in the back.
Yes, he doesn't genuinely like mean it. Like what the I mean maybe Punk comes from a place of only knowing that. You know, maybe he comes from a place of only wanting to speak the truth. Um, from all the Vince stuff back in the day, but again, I mean, again, in saying that, are you genuinely, planning on burying Roman Reigns next to his dad? I mean, no, you don't fucking mean, I mean, unless you do, then you have fucking problems, but I mean, like what, it's promo material, man. It's fucking promo material, and this is the main event of WrestleMania Night 2. This is the main event. So again, getting getting lines like this cut, I just don't understand, bro. The last time we seen Roman Reigns, which was 2 weeks prior to this promo, his father was brought up. His dad was brought up. And you mean to tell me we cannot bring up CM Punk's dog? Why? It's promo material. It's fucking
Like,
promo
you're not actually
material.
saying it.
My God, I mean, do you think Willem Dafoe wanted to actually slime out Peter Parker's aunt in No Way Home? Like, no.
They're acting. You're acting. You're an actor. That's what promos are. You're acting. Like it's so just frustrating to like have lines like that cut because it lessens the product that you're producing. Like bro, just because you're. And again, if it was like this from the beginning, where both sides were like, okay, let's not cross that line. All right, it makes the match weaker, but all right. But it's not. Roman allowed CM Punk to say a line like that. I'm sure he's allowed him to say much more. And you're not allowed to shoot back? That's kind of crazy.
It's a bit ridiculous, man. I mean, up until this point, Roman has brought up, he's brought up a lot. I don't understand why that is something that's like, oh no, that can't be said. I mean, dude, he's brought up his wife. He's fucking brought up Colt Cabana. He's brought up, Punk in his, what did he refer as, his little best friends podcast or whatever. He's brought up all these things. Again, at that point, if I can't bring up the dog, then I'm fucking I'm sitting there asking if I could name drop Colt Cabana by name. I'm sitting there asking if I could name drop Ace Steel and fucking Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page by an MJF at this point, because you're giving me no material to work with, yet you want to bring up my dead dad. I mean, how is that fair?
Like, I feel like the Larry line would have been the softest of like a Colt Cabana line, a Hangman line. Like, I'm sure that would send Punk into a frenzy. So like, you can't even do like a C plus line in the Larry line. So
Yeah.
like, what's on the table then? That ain't nothing on the table. You ain't giving nothing to work with at that point.
So do you think um like, you had just kind of mentioned it, but do you think that was maybe like Joe being cocky because it seems like CM Punk's, you know, feeling like he needs the one up on him?
I think so, and I think that line that Roman was saying at the end, right into the camera of like, "I'm already in your head," you know, all that. Again, I think that's also maybe more Joe than people might think. Man, I think genuinely, I think that's why he was so cocky. Is less of character work and more of just like you're genuinely so in the man's head that he legitimately got a line cut, which is just crazy. And I think it's so funny, and I think especially which like makes the cockiness for Roman, because it's CM Punk doing that type of shit. It's inherently funny, if that makes sense, man. I would be cocky showing up the show too. I can't lie.
So, you know, this could have turned into an Adam Page situation real quick. The only difference is Adam Page is not Roman Reigns, and I love Adam Page, but obviously WWE knows they can't touch Roman Reigns. They know that. So the thing is here, you know, Roman is a professional, right? Roman is a professional. If he says he can't say a line, then he's not gonna say a fucking line. Adam Page, on the other hand, he
To
he
wins,
felt
but in a different way.
he felt a line. Now, obviously, it wasn't discussed, but he felt to say something, and he said it. Which, to Paige's defense, and I never thought Paige was in the wrong. Now, I've said this many years ago, where I thought Paige was in the wrong, I would have mentioned it, and I wouldn't have cared what he really had to say. I would have said, hey, man, look, I'm going to bring up this, and it is what it is. Figure out how to shoot back from it. CM Punk likes to be in these mindsets where, at least, again, we've seen it in AEW, where it's all fucking sunshines and roses. And then when somebody pisses him off, then now, you get upset. But that's where that's what I would have done if I was Adam Page. But again, I don't even think Adam Page was in the wrong because, bro, what do we hear from the likes of John Cena, Undertaker, legends in the business? If you are cutting a promo and you want to deliver the best promo you can, if you feel something, say it. Say it.
And like, to the fans, that's all that matters is the line, the moment of the line. That's all that matters.
Adam Page sat out there. He felt something. So he said it. He said it. And that's what you get. That's what you get for it. You got CM Punk absolutely blowing a gasket for no reason. In my opinion, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, this is your history. Coming back to wrestling, you would have had to have known that somebody was going to bring this up because it was made such a big deal. And again, that's, if you didn't want people to talk about it, then you shouldn't have did your friend's podcast. At the end of the day, if you did not want people to continuously bring up something, then you shouldn't have did your friend's podcast. And then obviously, again, coming back and with Colt Cabana kind of being pushed away from AEW, you should, even if it wasn't you have to be situationally aware of what is going on, and you have to be able to look at something and say, even if it's not the case, okay, I could see why people would think that.
Exactly. And your job as a grown adult is to not care that people think that and do your thing. Because especially if you didn't do that, then why would you care if they think you did that, man? And like,
Correct.
it's such a fucking sad situation, dude, and it's just so blown out of proportion. And I think Punk in that Hangman moment really overreacted, and I'm sure he would have done the same here, man. But like you said, the difference. This is Roman Reigns. Like, Roman Reigns, like we said, is a professional enough not to say a line that's been told, don't say that. But if he would have said it, Punk would have had no leg to stand on. Punk had the leg to stand on against Hangman because, he was CM Punk in AEW.
Yes.
He was top dog. But Roman's top dog here, bro. And he would have no leg to stand on against Roman.
Yes. This is Roman Reigns. This is Roman Reigns' company. This is his pond. Again, in AEW, CM Punk was a big fish in a decent sized pond. A very decent sized pond. Again, it wasn't too big of a pond, but he was a giant fish in that pond. In this pond, this is a big ass pond, bro, and Roman Reigns is the biggest fish in it. So if Roman Reigns, again, this could have turned into an Adam Page situation real quick. Again, Roman Reigns is a professional. He's obviously not gonna say anything if it's going to mess up business in any kind of way or mess up or piss off his bosses. This is this is an AEW. Again, we can't just say and do whatever the fuck we want, but it could have been very, very, very quickly had Roman Reigns said to hell with it. I feel like saying something, I'm gonna say it. But these two seem to think they're in each other's head, and the way it comes off, Phil does come off as a bit of a tryhard. He's coming off as a bit of a tryhard, which leads me to believe Roman Reigns is in his head more than he's in his. I don't think Roman Reigns, again, if you assess the situation, I don't think Roman Reigns really has a reason for CM Punk to be in his head. CM Punk was the one who talked shit about him on that podcast. And then what did Roman Reigns go on to do ever since then, bro? He went on to be the longest reigning champion of the modern era, main event 10 WrestleManias before CM Punk main evented one. So, I don't really think Roman, and that are the reasons to me why I believe that Roman is in the lead here a little bit more, man. And I think, and I do love how people are split on it. I think that's the dynamic you want. Those are my reasons why I am more Team Roman going into WrestleMania personally.
I am overall, man. And the more I think about the story, and the more I think about like Punk's attitude and like his demeanor, it really makes me think that Roman is already set to win at WrestleMania, and this is you know CM Punk trying to look as good as he can before he loses at WrestleMania. That now I'm just getting that feeling, man. But overall, I'm putting more stock into Roman, man. I am. Weirdly, TV wise, I I have a more feeling of Punk, but everything else, I just have a feeling of Roman. And at this point, if I have a want, I think Roman's a little more on that want than CM Punk right now.
For sure. For sure. All right, man. So, Gunther. We got more news on WrestleMania, man. Gunther. According to Bodyslam.net, Gunther was planned to have a WrestleMania match with Rey Mysterio. But due to Rey's injury, it has caused Gunther's creative direction to change. At this point in time, it is unknown if Gunther will have a match at WrestleMania unless Mysterio is cleared in time. However, there are rumors going around that Paul Heyman
Okay.
will contact Gunther to end a man's career. And he will put out a hit on Seth Rollins. Therefore, we could be getting Gunther versus Rollins at Mania. How do you feel about either of those options? Would you rather Gunther just sit off the Mania card, or would you rather Paul Heyman put the hit out on him?
It's tough, man. It's tough because overall, if we're talking about for everybody's sake, I don't think you should have brought Seth back right now at all yet until after Mania, just to let the man heal up. But Seth Rollins, he don't give a fuck about his own health. So, yeah, I mean, why should the company at that point? I guess, even though they should. And I really wouldn't want to leave Gunther off Mania. I don't know how you don't have a backup plan for the man that retired John Cena and AJ Styles back to back. Don't know how you I don't know how you don't have a backup plan for someone of that talent, but I mean I would take the match. I'd be fine with it. I mean, it's, it's fine. It gets him on the card, so I'm cool with that. I've seen people also say you could do Gunther versus Knight, which is like oh great for Knight. Uh, was just gonna get buried at
Triple H is going to
WrestleMania.
love to end his career. He's going to love
He'd
it.
love to end it. But I mean, I'd be fine with the match. I think it's sad that this is the backup match. You don't have anything else, but it's fine. What about you?
So, yeah, I mean, it gets him on the card. It gets him on the card. And I mean, it does make sense. It does make sense. Paul Heyman wants him to end his career, so he's going to call the career killer. It makes sense. It's just obviously something that's so shoehorned because they have not built to it at all. LA Knight is actually somebody that I did give a bit of a thought to. And so it's funny you say that because I thought, well, with Brock going Oba now, you have kind of LA Knight sitting in limbo. So, I mean, Gunther versus LA Knight, you could kind of shoehorn something in there. You could, talk about the respect that LA Knight has had for John Cena and AJ Styles. You could kind of play, into that a little bit if you needed something. But Gunther Ray, if he was going to retire Rey Mysterio, that is fucking horrible. Okay, and I
Yeah,
and
it's
and
horrible.
and I've said that multiple times again because I've said that multiple times because Dom should be the only option to retire Rey Mysterio, even though they've faced each other 5 times. Triple H is probably gonna make us sick of the shit by the time we actually get to it. But at the end of the day, that should be the match. That should be the match that retires Rey Mysterio, not fucking Gunther. That makes no sense at all to me. But you know, you got I mean, you got Gunther and Rollins again. That's not anything you've built even remotely built to. But at the end of the day, man, if that's something last minute you have to shoehorn, then it does make sense. Again, they can make sense out of it, with Gunther trying to end the career of Rollins. But if he beats him, um, Rollins is obviously just going to be back. So we all know Rollins' career isn't ending. But then on the other side of the coin, Rollins just beats Gunther then. So
That's why you don't put all your fucking eggs in the career killer basket, cause now
exactly.
now you're in a corner. This is what happens when you put all your fucking eggs in a basket. You're in a corner. You could say the whole, I'm gonna kill your career, or whatever. I would still have Gunther win. And like Seth isn't gonna retire anyway, so maybe that's like the first instance of his career killing, not killing a career. I don't know. They booked themselves in a corner anyway. I want them to fucking kill the career killer anyway. So maybe this is your way out of it.
True. Very true. If WWE was smart, they would kind of use this to transition him out of the career killer thing. But they already made their trademarks and have gone 10 toes down with it. So I doubt it. But at the end of the day, I think it would be something that is it probably in their best interest because, again, we have situations like this where every match Gunther comes up on, everybody's like, oh, is he going to end his career? And then if he doesn't end his career, he just fucking loses to the guy. So, it is what it is. But it's something that's probably best dropped because, again, you should not have one guy designated to ending people's careers. It makes no sense. It's stupid. Because at the end of the day, he's going to end Brock's career. And look at all the fanfare that Oba has got against Brock Lesnar. You don't think this would have been a dope retirement match, but instead, oh, sorry guys, we gotta put everybody else on hold for Gunther's match. So sorry, Oba.
Do the same thing he's done to countless others. It's so stupid.
Yes. Speaking of Rollins, his old Vision mate, Braun Breaker. According to WrestleVotes, there is a sense of optimism that Braun Breaker could be cleared in time for WrestleMania 42.
Just don't have optimism, man. Just let him heal. At this point, it's not worth it. I'm sorry.
We hear he's been in the gym rehabbing his ass off. That was brought to us by Uncle Dave a couple weeks ago. I think it was like a month ago. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker have been rehabbing their ass off.
Rehabbing their ass off, man,
Yep.
and
Yep.
just to fucking come back too early and risk yourself getting injured way faster than you would if
There
you
you
would
go.
just take the time to heal up, man. And God, I hate that shit so much, man. Yeah, man, it's so ingrained in everything in this business right now. It's everywhere, and it's here, man. And I wouldn't be. Well, I'm just letting it play out. If he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, I think that's better for him. But you know how it goes.
Yeah, obviously this would make the most sense for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. But again, I don't think our attention needs to be on sense when it comes to somebody's health. Again, a hernia is very serious. It's a minor injury, but at the same time, it could be very serious. And I don't think, I mean, unless he's moving along at a ridiculous pace, I think it's probably just best just to keep him off. I think it's best just to keep him off. And again,
Yeah.
too, we got to remember we need some post Mania excitement. Okay, we need some post Mania excitement. So that was why I was saying we should have kept Rollins out because I overall think I overall think that Rollins could have been great for post-Mania excitement. And I think this WrestleMania season could have realistically went without. I think we could have went
Like,
without
like
that.
exactly. The Oba switch up moment was really cool, but you didn't need to do that, man. You really didn't need to do that. You could have just straight up had Oba be out there, do the program like you were gonna do anyway, and save the surprise and save, like you said, the post Mania excitement and intrigue for Seth, for Braun, for a lot of these guys, man.
100%. That was one thing Vince used to be very tapped in with, was post Mania. Now, again, he didn't always execute, but at least those Raw after Manias, there was always a big return, a big debut, a big call up. Now, again, 9 times out of 10, he fucking flopped it, but
Bumbled them,
at least
but the
he
moment
had,
was dope.
yeah, at least he had the idea of, okay, these things we need to save for after Mania. So Triple H doesn't care. He likes to throw all his eggs in the Mania basket, and then after Mania, he just, says to hell with it, I guess.
What we do? What do we do?
This is what we do.
We
So,
fumble the bag.
yeah, every year is what we do. We have a shit Raw after Mania and a SmackDown after Mania.
He's never done a good Raw after Mania
No,
or SmackDown after Mania.
he is not.
Like, dude, that is the easiest shit to book. You just go buck wild. All right, yeah, makes no sense.
If that motherfucker's ready to return in January, you save him for after Mania. If he's ready to come back in February, you fucking sign somebody in March. Boom, after Mania. It's so simple. It's so simple.
Look at Royce Keys, bro. Like, as cool of a one as it could be, if you have plans post Royal Rumble, you could debut him at the Rumble. But if you don't, save him till
Yes.
after Mania. You need, like, think. Makes no sense.
I don't get it. I do not get it, bro. Speaking of the other Braun, Bronson Reed. We got some news according to Uncle Dave. Either I'm reading this way wrong, or this just don't make no sense to me.
It makes no sense. That's what every dude reading tweets to how little this correlates is fucking hilarious.
According to Uncle Dave, that makes sense. this,
That part
this
makes
all
sense.
makes sense. This all makes sense now. Bronson Reed's injury was the clincher to WWE changing WrestleMania 42 plans to Cody versus Randy and Drew versus Jacob. A Randy feud was originally planned to be Cody's major program after Mania 42, but Bronson's injury changed all of that.
How? Why?
I was debating even putting this on the news because I read this like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, am I reading this right? Or what the fuck would Bronson Reed's injury? What the fuck would Bronson Reed's injury have to do with the SmackDown World Title scene?
Something to do with maybe like the booking change fucked up the chamber match, even though we literally were told that they just had Logan Paul do what Reed was gonna do, what he was gonna do, and that's literally just what we were told. So maybe with Reed in the chamber match that set up the fatal 4-way better in Triple H's eyes. Don't know how, but like that's the only correlation I could think from this. Either that or we Dave might be getting Alzheimer's or something, man. I don't know. I don't know with this story, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, even the involvement with with Logan in the chamber, which was supposed to be Bronson's spot, all that culminated with was like a Rollins run in anyway. That didn't even have anything to do with Cody or Randy. Cody or Randy's spot didn't come in until Drew came in the chamber. So, like, make this make any type of fucking sense. Any type of sense. I don't get it. I do not get it, man.
Which is, this is why I need the Unreal episode about this whole Mania season. I need to see that writer's room dealing with that chamber match,
Man.
dealing with the fucking bronze injuries. I need to see all this. I need to see what really made them go away from the Fatal 4-Way into two singles, man. I actually need that Unreal episode, man. I need to see them idiots in that room.
The way it's looking, Road Dogg probably proposed, "Hey, let's do something fresh. Let's do the Fatal 4-Way," and Triple H and Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes all fucking side eye him and say, "What? What the fuck did you just say? Get the fuck out of here."
Something fresh. Get
Fresh.
Get out. Get out. They really hit him with the get out, bro. They told him to get out.
At this point, and I'm not defending Road Dogg, I think he did a terrible fucking job. But bro, the one thing we've heard since he left is he was the one who wanted Drew to walk in as champion because it was fresh. And he goes, and Cody wins the title right back.
It's wild.
The hell?
Wild, man. Like, Triple H don't like fresh, bro. He likes some stale ass chips, some stale ass cereal. Triple H is a weird fella, man.
He is an idiot, is what he is. But he. Dave, what the fuck are you talking about here, man? How the hell does Bronson Reed's injury have anything to do with the WWE World Title scene? This makes no sense whatsoever. None. So, I don't really know what Dave was trying to cook with here, but it quite frankly went nowhere, to be honest. So, let's see, man. Yes, that's the news on, if you could even call it that, on Bronson Reed's involvement, if you can say, on the WWE title situation. Again, I don't really believe much of any of this, but that's Dave has put that out there, in case anybody was wondering.
They did put that out there.
Royce.
Oh, God.
Royce and WrestleMania. We heard this 6 days ago. Discussions have reportedly taken place for Jelly Roll to team up with Royce Keys at WrestleMania 42. The story of the pairing would have to do with their stories of hardships in their life.
What? Oh my god, dude. That is the funniest thing we'd have ever read in our lives, dude. The hardships in their lives, dude. That is dead ass. The fucking hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. Like, dude, what? Get out of here, bro. That is hilarious. Triple H, he is a funny man.
Royce Keys and Jelly Roll. The story of hardships in their lives. Wow. Way to fucking pull your audience in, man. Wow, Paul, you're knocking it out of the park. Okay, and then we hear this. According to Uncle Dave, he says, despite rumors, Royce Keys will not be Jelly Roll's tag team partner in a planned match at WrestleMania. I've asked about the story because there was a story about Royce Keys teaming with Jelly Roll at WrestleMania, and I was told that Royce is not the tag partner.
All right. So bro just has nothing for Mania then.
So yeah, okay, great. So now he just has nothing, I guess. He has absolutely nothing. Look, man. I think it's pretty obvious, but who do you think will be Jelly Roll's tag partner now?
it gonna be Danhausen?
That's kind of
Because
what
isn't
I'm
it
thinking.
okay? Because I had to remember who was on whose side initially, because
Well,
it's just a bunch of
Danhausen
fucking jokes.
cursed the
Okay,
Miz.
he did. Okay, he cursed the Miz, and then Kit will. Okay, so it's gonna be Kit Wilson and the Miz, Ms. Wilson versus
Miz Wilson,
Jellyhausen.
Jellyhausen. Oh,
Dude,
brother.
that graphic is gonna hit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Ms. Wilson versus Jellyhausen.
I don't
I
know.
love it.
I don't know how the hell you managed to make the story of their hardships in their lives more interesting. And then you propose Jellyhausen. What the fuck?
Oh, brother. Oh my God, this is absolutely horrible, man. At this point, with the whole fucking shit you're doing, who's the football player? You might as well put him with Jelly Roll and call it a fucking day. If you want to
Football
bring
player?
that in the main, what is Logan Paul? Was it? Is it
Oh, the
Tom
GOAT,
Brady?
Tom Brady. Yeah.
Ye- Yeah, yeah, that's who it was. I was gonna say I was gonna dead ass call that man Brad Pitt for some reason. I don't know
Oh,
why.
the Tom
I-
Brady disrespect. Oh my
no,
goodness.
I
Oh
didn't
my
mean to
Brad
disrespect
Pitt.
him, but I was gonna call him Brad Pitt. I don't know why, but
Wait, 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 wait,
they're
wait, wait.
trying.
You mean to tell me
Okay,
you're not excited for the Logan Paul and Tom Brady beef?
no, I'm not. That's probably how the Usos are gonna retain. Is fucking Logan Paul gets smacked
Is
by
is
Tom
is,
Brady.
is Tom Brady gonna throw a bullet pass at his head or something at WrestleMania? You think so?
All I know is he's gonna be sitting ringside, and
Well,
Bloodline Rules is gonna happen.
Brady is 100% gonna be at WrestleMania. Now he wasn't at WrestleMania last year. But there's involvement this year, and he's part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, which obviously fucking play in Allegiant Stadium. So Brady, I think's gonna be there. Um, and either we're getting a match with Logan Paul or he is going to have some involvement. Tom Brady works in he has so many different partners and so many different avenues he goes. I mean, he works with so many different companies, bro. WWE's 100% going to be the next stop on his,
Do list.
yes. Um Brady, that man wants to play football so bad. Bro just wants something to do. And I think WWE's gonna be. I think WWE's gonna be next. Um, but man, yeah, oh god, I could see it, bro. I could see it.
Hey, dude. Yeah, he's either gonna cost Theory and Logan the tag titles, which I still think they're gonna be in that tag match. They could do a random Logan Paul just one on one, but I still think they're gonna be in that tag match, and he's gonna be the cost of that tag match for them. It's fucking Tom Brady. He's gonna cost the Vision. What a fall off for the Vision, dude! Like, holy
They
shit!
were supposed to be
What a
involved in the world title this Mania season, bro, and
and now you
they're running interference with Tom Brady. Tom fucking
God.
Brady.
You had the bronze into fucking Logan Paul and Baldy, and they're gonna be fucking stopped by Tom Brady. What a fucking what a turnaround, dude.
That's also that may have been the first time I've ever referred to Tom Brady as the GOAT on camera. It took a lot of years for me to get there. A lot of
I was
years.
fucking with him for a while.
Hated Tom Brady
Crazy.
for a long time.
I
But
always loved him.
what? What? What team
So
did he
then
play
like go
for?
Patriots,
What was the other team he played? Who did he go to after the Patriots?
Raiders. He
No.
just owns. He just owns the. Okay, he just
Yes.
got money in the arena.
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Um he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after the
I would have never guessed that. Oh
af-
yeah, I'd have never guessed that. I don't know that team, bro.
Dude, you went to high school with plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, is that where he went?
Yes,
That one dude? That's
that's
cool.
that one
That's cool.
dude.
Good for him.
That one
I don't know his name,
that one dude,
unfortunately.
Bucky Irving, plays for
But
the
yeah,
Tampa
there
Bay
he goes.
Buccaneers. Hey, my guy Tom is in the chat. He says he hates the Vision so much it makes him want to lose his own mind. Oh no,
I get
sorry, it
that.
makes him want to lose his own vision.
I get
Wow.
it. I get it. That group is that bad.
Sir K's a big vision guy. Big vision guy.
Oh, big vision guy, man. Since the beginning, I loved him. I love Seth. I love this current version of Paul Heyman. It's all my favorites in one group, man. I'm a big Seth Rollins guy. If you guys couldn't tell.
But oh yeah. Royce Keys, it seems like he was the proposed opponent for Jelly Roll, but now he's not. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
This
don't
is
know. I don't think they know.
I don't think they know either. I really don't. This this tag team match is a clusterfuck. I think maybe at one point it could have been Royce Keys, but I honestly think they've really fallen in love with how much their guy Danhausen has gotten over with the WWE audience. So that's kind of where I'm at. I think they really love how much Danhausen has gotten over.
I love that Dan Alton, man.
Oh, brother. I fucking hate
Don't
that
you?
Danhausen.
What?
So speaking of Royce, he according to according to Fightful, when negotiating his deal, Royce Keys was adamant he wanted to be on the main roster as opposed to NXT. Well, Royce, how's that working out for you, buddy?
How'd that work out for you, homie? How'd that work out, dog? You were adamant, and they're adamantly not using you. You're on main event every fucking episode of television that I see, dude. You're on the main event before. Who did he just face? I think it was Royce Keys versus Shiloh Hill from NXT.
Shiloh Hill.
Good lord. Good lord. You
See,
should have just went to NXT, bro, dog.
if he was in NXT, he would have
He'd been used.
100% been used, and he would have been on Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend, doing close to WrestleMania weekend. I think Dynasty weekend, doing the dance with Shawn Michaels and Sexy Red, bro. He
Shit.
could have been doing the
You
whole
know,
thing and everything, bro. But
he'd been cutting up.
now he's stuck on main event facing, who did you say? What was his name? Shiloh Hill. He, you could have been in NXT feuding with the likes of Ethan Page or Ricky Starks or Jasper Troy or any of the other guys they got down there. But instead, you're on main event facing Shiloh Hill. So, very happy for you, Royce. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking there. Which, we got some names that requested to go to NXT. I'm starting to think WWE shouldn't give these people a choice, because some of the names that are going to NXT versus some of the names that just get to skip, to me, is fucking ridiculous.
You should really switch them around. I know Blake Monroe wanted to go to NXT. No, I want you on the main roster. I want you in that chamber match. I want you going crazy. And I like Royce Keys, but I'm gonna need you in NXT for a little bit, dog.
Ricky Starks is literally his old tag partner, and he's a top guy over there. You don't think you could have? And then too, this whole gimmick they've given him is fucking terrible. Like, these are things you need to be in NXT to work on to see what works and what doesn't. Because if you look at Ricky Starks, did you see that Ricky Starks Joe Hendry promo that he did? It was terrible. That's why you put people in NXT. That's why. Because if you were to do something like that on the main roster upon arrival, it would have killed him.
That would have killed him. And you got Royce Keys. All he does is say, I. Horrible, man. Horrible. And he has an amazing backstory you could fucking dive into. And he's just, Good lord.
Nice. Fucking nice. Aight. Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous, man. He should have went to NXT. Again, there's no room for trial and error, and I love Powerhouse Hobbs. I think he's very good. If only Tony Khan knew how to book a big man, I think he could have been very good in AEW. But again, he was adamant to go to the main roster, and it blew up in his face. And I like the guy a lot, but I mean, come on, you got to be smarter about this kind of stuff, man. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous how he's been failed. He has been failed here on the main roster, bro. And again, he's been in the company for 2 months now, and again, all they've done is keep him on NXT, and whatever they have given him has been absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, it's been horrible, man. It's been absolutely horrible.
So, we have that is the latest on Royce and his WrestleMania plans mixed with his NXT denial. So we have let's see. We got news on Evil.
You talking about the new name they gonna give him?
According to Voices Wrestling, former New Japan star Evil is expected to join WWE, which we've known about for a minute, but he can reportedly request to start in NXT so that he can be familiar with WWE style. However, the company want him on the main roster.
Okay. They don't. They are horrible at choosing who goes to the main roster in NXT. Abysmal at this.
Bro, again, like I just talked about, there needs to be a better system. How the fuck Blake Monroe had to start in NXT, but they want Evil on the main roster? What are you gonna
They
do with
want.
Evil?
No, exactly. Tell me your plans for Evil on the main roster.
And again, this dude is requesting to start in NXT. He's requesting it.
Like,
And
he's gonna come in, not know the American style, and they're probably gonna get annoyed at him.
that's more than likely exactly what's going to happen. I don't get this, bro. I really do not get this at all, man. This dude is, again, he probably doesn't really know the English language all that well. You are starting him. You are starting him on the main roster for what? What are you going to do? Put him in the Judgment Day? Are you going to put him with Damian Priest? Are you going to put him with Aleister Black? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to... You gonna create the dark Japanese alliance with him and Nakamura? I mean, what are you going to do with fucking Evil on the main roster? And again, are we forgetting NXT needs people? Like, especially in their men's division? Joe Henry is their NXT champion.
They have the Varsity Project, whatever their name is, running around in the fucking main event scene. Like Tom said, he's asking to go to NXT. Let him go to NXT.
What?
Please, you need people there. He could benefit from it. It's a win-win if he goes down there, bro.
My God, what is their process? Again, the dude is asking. And we want him on the main roster for what? Absolutely ridiculous, bro. He's asking to go to NXT, put him in NXT. And we all know, too, the dude is a massive flop in New Japan. Why would you throw him right on the main roster? Throw him in NXT to make sure he doesn't flop on the main roster. I mean, do we not?
All I've ever heard.
Do we not
From
see?
New Japan fans. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
All I ever heard from New Japan fans is that he sucks. That's all
Yes.
I've ever heard.
Yes. So let's throw him on the main roster. We got another New Japan guy as well. By the name of Hiromu Takahashi. Yeah, okay, yes. According to Voices Wrestling as well, Hiromu Takahashi is expected to sign with WWE now that he has finished up with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Well, WWE is they're probably going, knowing WWE, they're probably going to want him on the main roster too. Even though, again, he would be great in NXT. I actually like Takahashi a lot. He had a very slept on sleeper match with Kyle Fletcher at last year's Forbidden Door. That was like a random ass banger that I didn't expect. They have Takahashi coming over to WWE. They're probably going to put him on the main roster too, and Triple H is probably going to do with him and Evil exactly what he did with Io and Kyrie, and say, "Oh, we need to put them with Asuka and make an all Japanese faction," because that's all Triple H knows how to do. He knows how to color code races. We
That's
put all
literally all he does.
Yes, we put all the Samoans with each other. We put all the fucking Mexicans with each other, and we got to put all the Japanese guys with each other. That's probably what he's going to do here. Even though Takahashi could be a very fun, very vibrant addition to NXT. Again, the champion is Joe Henry. He's not good. He's a gimmick. He's a flash in the pan. He's a novelty act. He ain't nothing but a song, bro. I'm sorry. He's not.
Kind of song.
So WWE, more than likely, if I were to take a swing at this, and it doesn't say anything about him switching NXT or anything, but if I were to take a swing at this, he is probably going to he is probably going to, you know, be in a he's probably going to be in a program with, or be in a faction with Nakamura and Evil upon his debut, knowing WWE. But I would put him in NXT. I think this is a great addition for WWE. I actually like Takahashi a lot. This is probably a Jeff Cobb situation where he would have went to AEW, but he's worked in AEW so much. It's like, all right, let me go over to WWE, see what things offer me here. But like Manager Logan says, bro, they don't really have a good track record with male Japanese talent, bro. You look at Nakamura, you look at Hideo Itami. A lot of these guys end up just kind of flopping out anyway. So unless he has the kind of rise of a Penta, you know, they're probably not going to really do much with him. And obviously Takahashi's not as charismatic as Pentagon. So I don't really know how well it's going to work out, but he can at least take a swing at it. But again, this is why you put these people in NXT, so you get them right before you send them to the main roster. Because Nakamura was absolutely going to work out. If it wasn't for Vince, Nakamura would have for sure worked out. But at the end of the day, Vince kind of fucked that up. But I don't know. If I was Triple H, I would send him to NXT. But it seemed like he has a thing for sending these guys straight up to the main roster.
They got no plans. They're going straight to the main roster, man. You know how Triple H runs things. He don't know what he do, and he's probably gonna go straight to the main roster. And I like Takahashi. I do. He's a good wrestler, and he'll be a nice addition to, you know, whatever mid card scene you put him in. But like you said, I'm sure they're just gonna slot him with Nakamura and Evil, make a little faction out of that, and call it a fucking day, man. Because that's all Triple H does. And they're probably gonna go on to do nothing. And yeah, they don't have a good record with Japanese male talent. And I think both of these signings are probably gonna be all the same.
100%. Tom says Nakamura not winning the belt at Mania 34 is what killed him. Would you agree with this, Sergey?
For me, the big killer was not winning it after when Ginger just buried him.
That was before.
Oh, that was before. Okay,
Yes.
no, yeah, then Mania is what killed him. I always get that whole timeline
Yeah.
fucked up, but
It's
yeah,
a fucked up
that's what killed
timeline.
him.
I
That whole era is just mangled in my head.
so WWE is so fortunate they even had the possibility of another chance with uh when he lost to Jinder, that should have been the death of him. And they stumbled upon one more chance to do good by that man when they put him up against AJ at Mania. And when he lost that, it was just curtains. It was complete curtains from there, bro. It was over. So it sucks, but hey, man.
That's how it goes, man. Bro hasn't been relevant since.
Literally. We got injury news as, according to Fightful, Santos Escobar
Yes, dude.
is set to undergo surgery to repair a torn bicep. He reportedly went into his match with AAA Rey de Reyes with an injury he suffered during a match with El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., but it got worse during Rey de Reyes. He will be out of action for up to 9 months.
That's why you don't wrestle injured. That's why you go fucking heal yourself up and take your time. But no one does it. Now he's out 9 months. What'd you expect?
He could have took a 3-month break, made sure the existing injury was good, but you just had to wrestle, and now you're out for 9, and you just came back. Nice fucking going. Yeah, this is why you don't let people, this is why you don't let people, wrestle with an injury as serious as a tricep.
That's exactly why you don't let people wrestle with serious injuries, man. That usually does not look good in the long term. It just means you're going to be out longer than you would have initially if you would have just took the time initially to get it fixed.
Absolutely ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. That makes absolutely no sense to me. None at all. Yeah, none whatsoever, bro. But again, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Now Santos is injured for up to 9 months. First of all, you took a deal to come back to fucking AAA, which is already bad enough, and now this is how they do you, bro. Again, well, I mean, kind of how you did yourself. You wrestled injured, now you're out for up to 9 months. Again, there's nobody really you could blame, but obviously WWE and Santos to blame himself, because this is part of the reason you're in this predicament is because you went out there and done wrestled injured, and you hurt your injury worse. Nice going.
Great going, man. Hey, I'm sure it was worth the fucking random nothing AAA match.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. Speaking of Santos and his injury in AAA, we also have another injury coming out of AAA. According to The Observer, Dominic Mysterio may have suffered a concussion during his match with El Hijo de Vikingo at AAA Rey de Reyes. The original planned match for last night's Raw was Dominic versus Dragon Lee, but that was changed to Penta versus Dragon Lee due to Dom being placed into concussion protocol. You see why you don't have these guys work double duty, and you just, if you want somebody to have a stint in AAA, just have them have a stint in AAA. Why are you having them do double duty? Because now Dominic, who's in a very important program on the main roster, is placed in a concussion protocol. So nice fucking going.
Exactly. Like Tony Khan and Mr. Dual Contract isn't even dumb enough to let people wrestle right before a big program in another company. Like, why would you let him do that in AAA of all people, in all places where you actually have a lot of injuries coming out of pretty consistently? Why would you send one of your biggest up and coming people in a big mania program down there to do shit in the meantime? What are you doing?
Nice going, Paul. Nice fucking going. So yeah, now again, the scary thing about concussion protocol, Dominic could be back in 2 weeks. He could also be back in 2 months. And if that's the case, you just fucked yourself out of Dominic versus the Demon. Now again, that's speaking worst case scenario, but obviously we don't want that to happen. And this is why, again, if you want somebody to have a stint in AAA, then they go on an excursion to AAA. They leave AAA. They leave WWE programming entirely, and they go down there for 2-3 months and then come back. This is why you don't have people that are in, especially in big mania programs, pull double duty for no reason. This is why.
That's why you don't do it. That's why you don't do double duty for no reason, man. And that's why you need to take the AAA stuff out of your own television and just let it be itself.
Ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. So, we have that is it for WWE injury related news. Speaking on returns, oh man, guys, get ready to buckle up, man. Everyone's favorite tag team is coming back. According to WrestleVotes, the Street Profits have been discussed creatively, and a return could be in the works. Wow.
Is that so? The Street Profits.
Man.
Man.
Woo.
Oh, man, they're going to come in. They're going to face the same people they were facing before they were gone.
Yep.
And just not do anything important like they did before they were gone. Man, I'm pumped.
Oh, dude, this sounds like a buttload of fun, man. This is just wonderful, bro. The Street Profits are coming back to SmackDown, dude. Who are they gonna face? The Wyatt Six, Fraxium, the Motor City Machine Guns, MFTs. You know, a bunch of teams that, man, just we've never seen them work with before, man. This creatively. This could do wonders creatively. This is just great.
It's going to be great, man. A bunch of new, fresh matchups, man. Fresh. That's what this is.
I do not know how much I can say enough. Like, how bad this company needs a draft. Like, legit, I don't know how Triple H can move on another week without it clicking in his tiny little brain. Maybe we need a draft. Like, maybe.
I actually can't wait for After Mania because I know he's not going to do a draft.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just going to get worse and worse. Everyone's been facing each other for 2 fucking years, dude.
Yes.
And Triple H's solution every time is okay. We'll just randomly move like 2 names from show to show.
Yep.
And that's what we do. Dog.
Dude, don't even bring him back. Don't even bring him back. Honestly, if you don't plan to do a draft, do not ever return these guys to television. I mean that, because they're going to come back and do nothing. Like, do you not, like, is this not getting fucking through? Like, what the fuck, man? I do not understand how you show up to work every week and see the same people on the same rosters and it doesn't click in your brain. We need a draft. Like, these mid-card divisions on each show suck. The tag divisions on each show suck. The men's division on each show, everybody's fucking faced each other. What, like,
the new tag team on the horizon, though.
And out of
Matt
all the
Cardona
what?
And Apollo Crews.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Seen
That's not a thing, bro. Tell me that's not a thing. Sir K, bro. Sir K, bro.
Logan mentions in the comments, bro. They're being built up on main event, dude. We got Matt Cardona and Apollo Crews on the scene, bro. Let's get it. That's fresh, right? Right? And we got R-Truth and Damian Priest. That's
You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dog.
I'm not even kidding you. That's a new tag team on the scene, bro.
You have failed with everything, bro. You have failed with everybody and everything on each show. Carmelo Hayes is a creative flop. Dragunov, you creatively flopped with him. Ilya Dragunov. Fraxium, creative flop. Motor City, creative flop. DIY, creative flop. Fucking Tommaso Ciampas on Instagram talking about, I found my new wrestling family. Nice going, Paul. You fucking flopped the Blackheart. You flopped the fucking Blackheart. Now he's in AEW. He feels creatively at home, or he feels happy with his new wrestling home. You Street Profits flop. MFT flopped. Wyatt Six flop. Fucking. What the fuck? But you look over on Monday Night Raw, bro. Dominic's IC title reign flop. Pentagon flop. Dragon Lee, LWO flop. War Raiders, New Day, everything is a flop. The least you can do to give something, again, I don't know how this clicked in Vince's head, but not Triple H's. The least you can do for fan service, to keep things fresh, and talent service, is to fucking give these people fresh matchups. At least a draft every year. You can't even do that.
Can't do that. He did one draft. It was horrible, and he haven't got another one. And his rosters are still the same. They're stale as shit. Triple H's genius solution is to mash two randos together and form a tag team, and it's horrible, man. The whole scene is horrible. They desperately need a draft. TV is incredibly stale, man. It is so fucking stale, and this is gonna get staler and staler, man. Exactly, Tom. Jay cares more. Dude, when have we seen the Usos actually even holding their championships?
They haven't even been
in a
holding them.
segment? They don't even hold them. That's how meaningless those titles are, dude. That's how meaningless modern tag team wrestling is, bro. Is the Usos don't even hold their tag team titles. At least with the Bloodline, they had them around their chest all the time. They fucking ran with them. Now they don't even hold them. They're just in their car. It's in their trunk. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Jay might have left it at the bar. I don't know what the fuck happened. Where's the tag titles, bro? I'm not seeing them.
What happened?
The fuck?
What
happened?
What the fuck happened?
They got Matt Cardona and Apollo Cruz as a tag team. I don't even I don't remember Apollo Cruz being employed anymore, and he's in a tag team with fucking Mid Cardona. Come on, bro.
Oh,
Come
brother.
on,
Bro. I don't. I really don't. God, this is so ridiculous, man. This is so fucking ridiculous, bro. I don't know. This creative is just this creative. I mean, my God, they. I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say, man. They need help. They need creative help. You genuinely. Like, again, man, you genuinely have the Usos running around more intrigued at the world title program than the own tag division. They're too busy. They're too busy trying to figure out what type of Charmin made Punk is made out of. Is he the ultra strong? Is he the ultra soft? What is he? Which one?
I have to get Enzo, bro. This man is soft, man. Come on, what are you doing here, bro?
WWE files more trademarks.
Oh man,
Relating
it's
to
better and better.
It does. Relating to Charmin Maid's friend, Dan Housen. WWE has filed trademarks for Girlhausen, Ghoulhausen, Kidhausen.
Go with Ghoul House. Oh, brother. Oh, man. Just.
Ghoulhausen.
You ain't fucking with Ghoulhausen, bro? You ain't fucking with Kidhausen?
This is a fucking joke. The fucking the creative in this company is so bankrupt, and we're worried about trademarking Ghoulhausen. Nice. And we got more.
Oh,
WWE have filed trademarks for the following in-ring names: Veronica Haven, Anya Rune, Max Abrams, Gianna Capri, and Jakari Ball.
Jakari Ball. Veronica Haven.
Oh, brother.
Brother, what are these names? Uh, d- Horrible, man. Horrible. World champion material right there. Jakari Ball.
This just keeps getting better and better. I wonder
It
which
does.
one. I think. Do you think Evil's gonna be Jakari Ball? Every-
I think that might be evil, bro. I think that might be evil. He might be Jakari Ball. You know, he might
Takahashi. Takahashi is gonna be Max Abrams.
Max
Or
Abrams.
do you think Evil's gonna be Veronica Haven instead?
Who could be Veronica Haven? Didn't they just sign Dean Malenko's daughter? She might be Veronica
They did.
Haven.
They also signed that rock star chick from
They did that one cool chick I seen.
yeah, from the
I don't
UK.
remember. I don't know her indie name, but she might be Veronica Haven, man. She might be Veronica Haven,
Veronica Haven. Wow.
brother. What are these names, man? What
That
are
one,
these names?
that one's the coolest one out of them, I would
Yeah,
say.
that one's all right. Yeah, that one's all right. The Haven part's not bad. Veronica's kind of just a name,
But
but
do you
it's
like Anya Rune? Are you a big
on your
Anya Rune guy?
Hanukkah, Anaya.
Oh, is it Anaya?
I don't
It
know.
probably is Anaya.
I think it's an Anaya.
It's got to be
I
Anaya.
think it's
There's no
Anaya,
fucking way. Although in
but like
WWE, it's probably going to be Anya,
Anya,
but it should be
it's Anya.
Anaya.
I would think Anaya, but who knows, man? Maybe that's her, man. Maybe they're gonna give her name Anaya. You never know, man.
But what about Gianna Capri? You a big Gianna Capri guy?
Gianna Capri. It sounds like a fucking streamer name. What are these people, dude? These aren't humans. No one names humans this.
Those are WWE's newest trademarks, so I'm sure these are always fun to go over, man. I'm sure we'll see, Evil popping up soon, and Vic Joseph's probably gonna be like, "Oh, it's Jakari Ball."
Oh, that one is horribly great, dude. I need someone to come out as Jakari Ball.
um,
He knows ball. That's gotta be his catchphrase, dude.
I know Ball. It's
I
gotta be
know ball. It's gotta be his catchphrase. I'll take nothing less than that.
WrestleMania tickets.
Oh, God.
Well, WWE is very underwhelmed with the amount of WrestleMania tickets that moved during their 316-day 31.6% sale on all WrestleMania tickets. They were very underwhelmed with how the tickets have moved, so therefore they have announced there will be seats at WrestleMania 42 atop the set going on sale this Friday. Okay, first of all, they announced this like this is some new thing, even though there was seats on the stage last year.
There was. And like, dog, I get you're finally doing sales, but you need the combination of affordable prices and good television. You're starting to do a little bit of the one and not any of the other. What are you paying to see for WrestleMania? Nothing. You're not paying for shit. You're paying to get scammed.
So you're okay. Oh, their business model's so fucked. Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
so your conclusion to your conclusion to the big WrestleMania ticket problems is let's open tickets on the seats or on the let's open seats on the stage that are probably going to be more expensive.
Like,
That's your grandiose plan here? What? You can't make this shit up, bro. I mean, I'm so serious. You cannot make this shit up. I swear you can't. You
can't.
can't.
You can't. Like Tom says, they're shocked they're selling ass juice and no one's buying no ass juice. Like, what do you expect? No one wants to buy this shit.
Goodness sake, bro. Goodness fucking sake. Oh god. I truly fail to understand where the mindset is at sometimes. I really do. I really do,
No,
man.
I do not understand their mindset. They make no sense, dude.
So, oh man, I'm excited for this. WWE has announced a new partnership today with Front Office Sports to collaborate on the creative development and execution of storytelling projects surrounding marquee premium live events and international growth. The partnership begins at WrestleMania 42, where Front Office Sports will showcase the behind the scenes across its websites and social channels.
Is that all? Is that all Triple H knows how to do? We need story. Show the backstage. Show what we're doing backstage. I don't know what else to do. He just shows backstage. Like, bro. Also, way to undermine your own produced show from Netflix and Unreal. It's way to undermine that show.
Are you okay? So first, we get okay. They're here to collaborate on the creative development and execution of storytelling projects. So you have writer AI to help you organize your stories, even though your stories have been more disorganized than ever before. And now this, you're bringing in people to help with creative development of execution of storytelling projects and to help with international growth. These are things you did in NXT and you just had your own team. You just had a focused, small team. Haven't you ever heard the term keep your circle small? Once you get too many voices and too many entities involved, things get disorganized and they get out of whack. What the and
No sense.
then they're coming in to help with your behind the scenes across socials and websites. You already do so much of that. Like, this is not the solution. The
And
solution is your solution is you surround yourself with a group of yes men, and you yourself, Paul, don't know what the fuck you want to do half the time anyway. You're already disorganized yourself when, again, you had a smaller team in NXT and it worked just fine. So don't you think maybe what you need to do is dial back on everything that you're on your create at everything your creative duties entail? Don't you think you need to dial back instead of adding more voices?
makes no sense. Makes no sense. Like at least Tony Khan has a good system down. He books the show and whatever program he's working with at that time, he'll get the input from the people he's working with, and if he likes it, he'll use it. If he don't like it, he don't use it. It's that simple. And like he's not a creative genius by any fucking means, but at least that's a good system down where you get
Yeah.
good creative people like an Osprey, like a Hangman, like those type of guys. It produces good shit. You get a Moxley, it's gonna produce good shit. And now you just have more people, more birds chirping to just make more noise. It's gonna make it even worse. And you know what's so funny about more backstage shit? As I'm reading a story that just dropped like 20 minutes ago
Okay.
that just makes this story so ironic. Per Andrew Zarian, word going around is that Tama Tonga was fined by WWE for posting a rehearsal video. So you're gonna fine a man for
Wait.
posting something that you guys just post anyway. Like what?
Oh my god.
Makes no sense. And
What the
apparently it was a significant fine.
okay.
Dog,
Time out.
what are you doing?
So it's okay for Triple H fucking to be standing there every week like Martin Scorsese trying to produce entrance. We just seen it with Trick Williams. Why is it okay for Triple H to produce rehearsal videos on his socials, but Tama Tonga can't do it? And also, too, another thing, again, you have Triple H doing it. There's a whole fucking show that they produce that's based off rehearsals and, prep for these shows. That is ridiculous.
Whatever he posted, if something leaked from whatever he posted, we would already been talking about what he posted. But we haven't until this Fine story came up because it was probably him just doing fucking backdrops in the ring and calling it a fucking day. And he gets fined a significant amount of money to post something that the company already post, makes a whole Netflix show about. Ass backwards, ass company, dude.
That makes little to no sense whatsoever. Triple H is on his socials every week, damn near, posting videos about posting his videos of going over people's entrances with them. That makes no sense.
Watching this video now, dude, you literally just see just empty stage and just him talking to fucking Solo while he's sitting at the stage waiting for the show to start. As people are in the ring doing rehearsals. Nothing of importance in this video.
How ridiculous. How fucking ridiculous, man. Um again, they're all it seems they're doing is adding more voices and more birds chirping to things that do not need to be chirped at. Triple H was at his best when he had what was his team, like 8 people? 8 fucking people in NXT? 10 people in NXT that overseen the whole thing? That was the best Triple H ever ran anything in his life.
Was, and now he's getting a whole third party company to do more creative, more birds chirping, and nothing's gonna be heard. That like they're so stupid.
Idiots. Absolute
Morons.
idiots. Our final WWE story here today is regarding their Saudi Arabia shows. So, according to PW Insider, WWE is reportedly monitoring the situation in the Middle East as it may mean scrapping their plans to host Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Company sources have noted that the company has and will have contingency plans in place for events in that region. We are told that they are obviously paying attention to the war in the Middle East and see it as a fluid situation that could rapidly change, and if and when they need to address it, they will. With that, there's a bigger show coming up past Night of Champions. And from Brian Alvarez, he is reporting that the status of WWE's upcoming shows in Saudi Arabia this year and WrestleMania 43 are reportedly under discussion following the ongoing conflicts in the Middle East. This makes WWE look so funny because they done sold out to have this Mania in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia, all for it to get fucking canceled anyway, because you shouldn't have fucking went there in the first place for a WrestleMania.
3. Y'all ready?
In saying that, yeah, WWE is probably WWE's probably going to WWE, knowing them, they're probably gonna be like, where do we go? Oh my God, there's nowhere else in the United States or in the entire world where we could go. We gotta go back to Vegas. Damn it.
Go back to Vegas. Your only solution, if you do get screwed out of Saudi, is you have to do fucking New Orleans like you originally were gonna do, like you told them you were gonna do and didn't do. I don't even want them to go back to New Orleans that fast, but like you screwed them so bad. You have to do that.
Yes.
You have to have them be your emergency backup because you genuinely screwed them out of a WrestleMania, man, and they're gonna get screwed. They might get screwed. We'll see how it goes, man. Shit's getting dicey, and this is what happens when you play with blood money. It's blood money for a reason. It's very
Yes.
volatile money, and you might not get it, man. So we'll see how it goes. But it'll be really funny if they have to cancel these shows, man.
Yes, this is indeed what happens when you play with blood money. You put your company in danger, you put yourself in danger if you go over there, and most importantly, you put your talent in danger by going over there. Knowing WWE, they're still gonna rock it out anyway. To my knowledge, there was a bit of conflict surrounding the Royal Rumble, and basically what they did to counter it was have air security. The fact that you have to have helicopters circling the arena at a wrestling show because you're scared of something means you probably shouldn't be over there. But that's what they do. That's what we do, right? We take the blood money, we fuck a bunch of creative up, we fuck everything up in the company, and that's what we do, right? That's what you fucking do. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really shock me. It doesn't really shock me much at all. That WWE's willing, if they are willing to still go over there and put their people in danger, it really doesn't shock me all that much. This is the game they play, man. This is the blood money game they play, and hopefully it doesn't blow up in their face.
Oh man, and the worst part about the whole Saudi shows anymore is with TKO, you don't even get the bonus for going over there, bro.
Yeah.
Like at least back in the day when they first started doing it, the wrestlers that went because they got a bag out of it. But now you don't even get an extra bag out of it. You just gotta go like it's a fucking like you're going to fucking Indiana. You
Yep.
know what I mean? It's no different. It's wild, dude. It's crazy. It's not even worth it for the talent that do want to take that money. It's not even worth it for them anymore.
100%, bro. 100%. So, that is everything for all the WWE stories, man, as we have a word from our sponsor here at NHP, man. W Energy. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula that is sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Always gotta shout out W with a work out whatever you may need the energy for, man. Whether you want to be focused, unlike Triple H, into this Mania season, if you want the energy, you don't want any jitters, and you want to taste good all at the same time, gotta go with W, man. Never let you down. Always. Gotta shout out W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, as always, to the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP. Thank you, as always, to
It's so ruined.
W Energy.
Look at what we do.
It's what we do.
The line is forever ruined for me.
Good old Paul. All right. Speaking of WWE, man, Tony Khan.
It's hilarious.
According to Post Wrestling, Tony Khan placed a bid to buy WWE in 2023 when it was up for sale, according to court filings. He got as close as to number 4 in the bidding to purchase the company.
That's just funny, man. Just threw the lob out there. Probably had no faith in that lob. He still threw it out there anyway. That is hilarious. That is fucking hilarious, man. Um, Wrestling fans are weird. They take things like this too seriously. He really had no chance of buying, even though he
Oh,
was number
yeah.
4. He had no chance of fucking buying it, man. And they would have never sold it to him anyway, even if he did have the biggest bag. They would have not sold it to him out of spike, but it's hilarious. He threw that in there just to flex on him, just to say I'm number 4 in this bidding war, man. That is hilarious.
The only way Tony Khan would have ever purchased WWE from Vince if bro, when I tell you Vince would have had overpay isn't even the word. Vince would have had him pay so much. He would have if for Tony to actually get his hands on WWE, I swear he would have had to have paid like 3 times the amount that the company's actually worth. That was the only way he
Oh,
was
yeah.
ever getting his hands on it, which Tony's not dumb. He wouldn't have paid that anyway. So, but could you imagine? We thought
She was
Vince had Triple H doing busy work. Bro, Tony would have had him, man, Tony would have had him working.
packing his ass off. He would have been packing out like crazy, dude.
Yes.
That shit would have been wild, man. Um, CM Punk would turn around and still see fucking Tony Khan and be like, God damn. Shit would have been hilarious, man. But obviously he had no chance, man. But it's just funny that he dead ass through the lobbing just to flex. I gotta respect it a little bit.
Do you think Tony would have do you think he would have kept them separate?
Real man. I don't know. I feel like there's a if you're not counting, whatever invasion angle would have been guaranteed with that purchase. I don't know, man. I feel like he would try, but I feel like he wouldn't try hard enough if that made sense to keep them separate.
Okay. I feel like he would have. I feel like he would have because he knows that WWE is a bigger name. I feel like he definitely would have he would have more used AEW to he would have brought up AEW so much on WWE. It basically would have been like a New Japan and AEW thing, I feel. Um but I feel like Triple he wasn't gonna leave that to Triple H. I feel like Tony would have been the head booker of everything. On he wouldn't have bought it and been like, all right, I'm the owner, but Triple H, you can have do your thing. Nah, Tony was gonna be backstage at Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite. He would have been doing everything, bro, everything under the sun.
Whole DX circle, they would have been screwed, bro.
Oh yeah,
It would have been busy work central. You're Triple H's boy, you're screwed. He might have fucked with Sean. He might have fucked with Sean. Definitely would not be fucking with Triple H though.
yeah, he's a bald asshole.
It's ball asshole. Like literally, man.
Speaking of AEW and WWE, WWE reportedly have employed people to watch AEW. Where the fuck is the applications? That's my job.
Mm.
I just have to watch
I,
Dynamite.
I just gotta watch Dynamite and tell you what they did. Oh, they had matches on the show.
They had a bunch
Oh
of
man,
bullshit matches on the show. Um,
that is hilarious.
so they have employed people to watch AEW and give reports and analytics to different departments. According to WrestleVotes, they say, I know there's people in Stanford with AEW action figures on their desk. There's people's jobs. There's these people's jobs is to watch AEW programming and report into analytics in different departments on what is going on in AEW.
That's, that is hilarious, dude. That is absolutely hilarious.
This explains AEW, I guess, sort of copying a lot of things that WWE does, and also too this explains as to why WWE pretty much always has first tabs as to when certain people's contracts come up. It's because they have people that are designated into being AEW spies.
They That ass have AEW spies. That's how much they care, man. That's hilarious. What's up, Durante? How you doing, bro? I'm doing good. But dog, that is hilarious. Like Tom says, you can't be that upset. You don't need to be that obsessed. They can't touch you. They can't touch your scale. Just let them do what they do, and just go about your day, dude. There's always gonna be people that aren't satisfied with an AEW that want to come to your company and vice versa, and just let that system play out, dude. You don't need to do all of this. It's so
Yes. And what is up, Durante, bro? How are you, brother? Um, Look, man. Yeah. I mean, this is something that it's. That's one thing I've praised Tony Khan for doing, bro. Is back when WWE first got hot, he was always talking about WWE being, the shady Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling, and he was saying all this shit about them, and it just he couldn't shut up about WWE, and I really wanted him to shut up so bad because at the end of the day, I wanted him to do his own thing. And then he started doing his own thing and not really caring about what WWE had going on. And again, we seen it too with Tony at the time. He was trying to, do a lot of WWE story. He was trying to, it almost seemed like copy a lot of WWE stories, man. And a lot of, certain things and certain story elements that they were doing on their programming, and it just seemed cheap. And then here, you got the same sort of thing going on with WWE, man. When you worry too much, your own product fails. Your own product takes a back seat. So put your product as priority, do your own thing, and just let AEW be AEW, man. That's the point of the alternative, man. We don't want these companies to be like each other. We don't. So do your own
Exactly.
thing.
I want the differences in the companies. I want both of them to do their own thing. But sometimes they're just obsessed with what everyone's doing, man, and you don't need to be, man. I know that motherfucker in that office that watches Hangman reports straight to Logan Paul, man, because there ain't no way,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
There ain't no way. That Logan Paul dead ass just takes whatever Hangman does, dog, and that's probably who gave them the Seth and the whole Seth leaving the Vision, and that explains the Vision. That was the Death Riders. Fucking, they were watching the Death Riders and were like,
Yes. Yes.
"We're gonna do this. We're gonna do the Death Riders, man." It's hilarious, and now I'm just gonna keep thinking that every time a similarity comes up, even if it's not related. Now you're gonna have that thought in everyone's head now.
Oh, just wait until we get, Punk and Rollins teaming together, man. It's going to be very Swerve and Hangman esque. Just wait.
Yep.
Just wait.
Just wait. Exactly.
So, that is the news on the AEW watchers in WWE. Speaking of Adam Page, according to Fightful, Hangman Page is expected to take some time off from AEW following his Revolution loss to MJF. It is unknown how long he will be away from TV, with one source claiming it's for an indeterminate length of time.
If you the fan bookings for what he should do afterwards, man.
Do I want to know?
No, but I'm gonna tell you anyway because it's hilarious. Remember the whole story about making the Continental title a world title?
Yes.
That that's what he should go do. He should go make the Continental title a world title. So because he can't face for the other world title now, ain't that great?
Uh,
Oh, you gotta love their fan base, man. But it's gonna be off.
brother.
He's gonna be off TV for a while. Makes sense. You lose a match like that, character-wise, it makes sense to be off. And I'm sure personally, he wants to have a little vacation. I don't remember the last time he was off TV for a significant amount of time. So, good for him getting a little vacay. And interested to see what he's gonna do when he comes back, man. I don't think it'll be Continental title related, but to these fans, man, you never know. He might go make it a world title.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. Look, I don't know about that whole continental title, idea. I think the more I think the better way to go is to bring back Page as a very depressed, cowboy or whatever, and eventually he turns heel again and ends up going back on his word. However, I don't think we've seen the last of Hangman as AEW World Champion. So I think it's going to be a thing. I think it's going to be a thing in the future where, You know how MJF always calls out Hangman for, MJF always says he does the right thing, but yet he gets booed. Hangman does the wrong things, and yet they cheer him for it. I think it'll just be another thing that they bring up eventually as, Hangman went back on his word and the fans didn't see anything wrong with it. But if a guy like MJF were to do it, then the fans would boo him. That's kind of the name of their game. So I think they're going to do something like that personally. And I like it. I think it's a good way to go. But as for Hangman taking some time off, I mean, yeah, you don't bring him back immediately right after something like that. So I get it.
Exactly.
So we have, speaking of somebody being gone for a very long amount of time, according to Brian Alvarez, Tony Storm will be out of action for a long time due to an undisclosed injury or injuries. The earliest she looks to be back is 2026. Oh, shit. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. It looks like she will not be cleared to be back in 2026. My bad. My bad.
Go. It sucks for Tony.
I sure looked up like, wait, huh? And then I looked back down. I was like, oh, fuck. Yes, it looks
Yeah,
like she will not be cleared to be back in 2026.
man.
Yikes.
I feel like this could be a Santos situation where maybe if you took her off after she lost the world title, she probably could have been healed up already, but they didn't do that. And hopefully, whatever it is, it goes well, and she could be back whenever she feel like she needs to be back. And she will be missed on television. I'll tell you that much.
100%. She will be very missed on AEW television. I fucked that up, bro. Yeah, she will be very missed on AEW television, man. It is going to suck without Tony Storm. But again, yeah, if she was working with injuries or an injury, again, I don't know why you kept her this long. And I also don't know why she beat Marina Shafir if that was the case at Revolution. If you didn't just do the Ronda debut, have them both of them attack her and take her off television. I don't really understand that, but now Tony is out for a long period of time. It looks like she's going to be out for the remainder of 2026. This sucks for the AEW Women's Division, but at the same time, Tony was in the main event scene for a very long time, and she was a prominent part of television and the women's division for a very long time. So this may be a healthy amount of time away, and by the time she comes back, everybody will miss Tony Storm and want to see her again. So it could be a blessing in disguise.
Exactly. Look at what happened with like Becky and whatnot. I think that same type of I want you back, I need you back is gonna be with Tony Storm.
Um, a prime example of this in AEW's women's division itself is Britt Baker. As
Oh God.
a fan on Twitter tweeted out during Revolution, we've had a return slash debut after 4 different matches tonight. When's there going to be when there's a return staring us in the face we don't get? At Real Britt Baker, come home. Hashtag AEW Revolution. And Britt quoted the tweet stating, "Not up to me." Well, Britt, everybody would love to have you back, I'm sure. The only problem is, um, the last
Oh
time
Tony.
the last time you were on AEW television, you recited the words "Who cares?" And I kind of see why Tony Khan got a little pissed off at that. I mean, every time Britt is there, there is nothing but drama. So I could maybe see where Tony Khan kind of just doesn't want to deal with it. So I would love to have Britt back if she kept her act together, but I mean literally, man, every time she's back, all we hear about is backstage drama. So I can't sit here and say that I don't see where Tony is coming from.
Exactly. I see where is coming from overall, man. Even though I don't get the part of this where why are you wasting your time and money? Just let her go. If
Yes.
she's such a problem, you don't ever really want to return her. Which, like you said, I do get. Every time she comes in, there's drama. She's telling the fucking TV audience who cares about her fucking program. You don't want that type of shit. Um, Fights and arguments and chasing people and sandbagging people and all of this. Deadass was chasing fucking Thunder Rosa around the arena backstage, bro. You don't want none of that, bro. She had a whole little clique that had to be broken up. It was bad. Like Tom says, just release her, bro. It's best for her. It's best for you. Don't waste your time and money, man. And you only look worse just keeping her off TV doing nothing, letting her contract rot. Just let her go. It's best for everybody.
It is. It really is, man. Um, so speaking of their women's division, according to Brian Alvarez, most within WWE were shocked to see Ronda Rousey show up at AEW Revolution. Only a few people knew about it. I guess that would be the AEW watchers that knew about it. I think that once Ronda was done with them, they probably thought Ronda was going to be done in general. So I could see why they were shocked. But at the end of the day, um, her best friend is over there. A lot of her friends are over there, and she probably just Ronda, at least the vibe Ronda gave to me, she didn't really, I don't think she really liked the corporate aspect of WWE or how corporate things really were over there.
No, I don't think she did. And like you said, her homies over there, Marina, she has praised John Moxley and like the Death Riders for helping Marina in the wrestling like world. And I think she wanted a piece of that, to be honest, man. And I think she wants to go over to AEW to at least try it out. She was on ROH doing stuff. Maybe that re-sparks something for her. So hopefully we get the good version of Ronda, because there's a very good version of Ronda and there's very bad. Either way, mic wise, horrible, but you got the Death Riders, so that problem doesn't need to be a problem. In ring wise, she can be very good when it seems like she cares, from the last time, from the WWE information we saw. So hopefully she cares. Hopefully she can produce some good stuff. Is what I'm probably guessing is going to be a tag team with her and Marina.
Yeah. So, hopefully it ends up working out. I don't think we seen her on Dynamite on Wednesday. Did we?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember seeing her either, unless there's a very good chance I already forgot things I just seen and took notes on. Hey man, Ronda, Ronda showing up in AEW, I could see why WWE was shocked about it. I could see why, but again, I also think Ronda, didn't really like the atmosphere of WWE, being that AEW is more of a place where you can be yourself. So we will see how it goes, but I don't know. Because like you said, there's two versions of Ronda Rousey. The last one we seen was pretty fucking bad. So hopefully we don't get that version of her. However, AEW Revolution, according to the Wrestling Observer, had the best pay-per-view buys since last year's All In. Meltzer says it did pretty good. Like, really good. It's certainly the best since All In, and probably by a decent margin.
That's good, man. That's good. Usually with these pay-per-views for 20Con, we usually hear good buy records or just good, profit records for every one of these pay-per-views. It's good to hear, man. That is good.
It is very good, and they absolutely deserved it. They deserved it. They had great buys, and they actually delivered a fucking awesome show. I loved Revolution this year. I think it was probably the best pay per view we've got so far in the year out of the three that we've got between Revolution, Royal Rumble, and Elimination Chamber. I think the Revolution was the best one by far, as a matter of fact. So there's that. They deserved it, and I'm glad they got the buys that they deserve. They put on a great show.
Exactly.
According to CMLL, Claudio Castagnoli, has signed a dual contract with CMLL and AEW. This is
Okay.
good for Claudio. He's getting a double bag to go over there and be dictator to Claudio in Mexico.
Exactly. He gets to go be a god over in Mexico, like he is for Tony Khan. And like you said, he gets double bag. He gets double the bag. It's a win-win for Claudio. I think he wasn't he already the CML world champion. Is it? Is he the
Uh,
world champ?
he was, I believe, it's on Mystico now.
Oh, okay. That's good for him. That's good for Mystico, I guess. I'm sure that's gonna be a whole thing over there, but good for Claudio, man.
Yes. According to the Observer, Will Ospreay is planning to modify his in-ring style following his return from serious neck injury. Well, Ospreay here is Ospreay is already back in action. Brian even mentioned on commentary that he came back very soon. So I just really hope that he is genuinely like okay enough to wrestle, because if not, then we seriously need to evaluate AEW's medical process. But at the end of the day, from what I seen on Dynamite, it wasn't that vastly different from the Ospreay that we last seen. All I can ask, dude, be careful. Put your fucking health first. Do not, you don't have to be, you're Will Ospreay, bro. We already know what you're capable of, and 10% of Will Ospreay is probably enough. So 100 is probably going overboard as it is.
No, exactly. He doesn't need to be going crazy right now. I really hope he does take that sentiment to heart and like does just for at least for TV sake slow down. You don't need to go crazy on television, as much as you might want to on pay-per-view. I hope he actually is legitimately like cleared and like you said, not just the AEW medical process cleared. Maybe they're gonna make a little story out of it with maybe with that Danielson call out on commentary. Maybe they're gonna do a story thing where maybe he's came back too soon and he's gonna fuck something up, and maybe that's a little bit of story going into the Owen or something. Maybe that's being optimistic, but I just hope everything goes well, and I hope he does take that sentiment to heart.
100%. So AEW actually originally planned to announce Will Ospreay's return when tickets for All In 2026 went on sale. The All In pre-sale began the day after Revolution, while the tickets went on general sale today. So, I'm glad that they, just brought him back at Revolution. There was no point in announcing his return when the, pre-sale tickets went on sale. Bring him back in front of a live crowd, a hot live crowd in Los Angeles, and they did, and it worked out. Again, why would you announce him because of fucking tickets going on sale rather than just bringing him out in front of a live crowd? So I think they definitely went the better option here.
Think they did. I hate when these companies announce returns and shit like that for ticket reasons, because I mean him being back is inherently gonna be what you need to have more ticket sales. That's just the power of Will Ospreay, man. So I think they made the right decision in the return moment that they made.
For sure. And our last story today, Ricochet. Oh, God. According to the Observer, Ricochet is seemingly in hot water with AEW management following his "I'm glad you got MS" comment. He said to a fan. Yes, he said that.
What an idiot. Like,
He
you're just stupid at that point.
He issued an apology saying he sincerely apologizes and will do better moving forward. Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer said he should be crossing his fingers, hoping he's still employed by the end of the week. Then it's reported by Fightful, Ricochet was not told by AEW to apologize for his social media comment about MS, but they did tell him it was the right thing to do after he had apologized. This is why I have a problem with gimmicks like Ricochet. Whenever the wrestler just acts like a complete asshole on social media, and then when they do get in hot water, it's sort of, they try to, delete things and be like, oh, it's a character, you guys are soft and this and that. There's a difference from being an asshole and being in character. When you look at somebody being in character on social media, I look at Drew McIntyre. When I look at somebody being an asshole and just trying to cover it up by being a character, you're looking at somebody like Ricochet. I mean, dude, it is you just want to be an asshole because you don't like fans, because fans talk shit to you all the time. They do. They talk shit to you all the time. They talk shit to Ricochet all the time. I see it. And that's not that is in no place to tell somebody, I'm glad you got MS. I mean, what the fuck, man? I mean, again, there's a line between being a heel and just genuinely being a dickhead on social media. That is absolute dickhead behavior, bro. Clearly, if that is how you want to be a heel, then you might as well turn back babyface, bro, because you clearly have no sense of being a heel. If those are the comments that you want to make for, and you want to cover it up as being a heel. He apologizes because, what does he say? He's sincerely sorry and he's gonna do better. You should have absolutely known that there was no fucking place to say that in the first place, man. I mean, come on, bro.
It's so sad and so cheap too. That's the type of like cheap heel acts that like Ricochet apparently thinks is good, and it's just not, dude. It's cheap, it's lame, and it's just sad, dude. And like you said, there's a clear difference in when someone's in character or when someone's just kind of lashing out because they're angry. Um, and like even you look at within AEW, you look at MJF. MJF's mean tweets, they're so exaggerated. It's obvious that's just character work.
Yes.
But with Ricochet's, it's obvious it's just an angry little man behind those tweets, and it's just sad. Like,
Yes.
I get you're angry that like people don't like you, people shit on you, they call you bald, they call you lame, they call you small, they call you skinny, whatever. Boo-hoo, dude. Man up, be an adult, don't let it get to you as the way it does, and don't fucking lash out like you do, because that was a lash out. His tweets, all of that, they're just lash outs, man. It's just sad. It diminishes his character as a person and as a wrestler, man. It's sad to see, man. He obviously apologized, and I actually like that AEW didn't make him apologize. They obviously, that was like their test, as if he was gonna just apologize by himself. I actually really like the way AEW went about that. I think it's a nice system to know if someone can be professional enough to apologize without you telling them to. So I actually like that system that they tried out with Ricochet here. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure he's gonna be off TV. Was he at Dynamite? Was he on Dynamite?
No, he was not.
I was gonna say I don't remember him being there. Probably off TV for a little bit as a punishment. Um, but it's wild that I wonder what Warner thought about this, because is he gonna be allowed to be on Warner Television after this? I'm sure he will.
See, and that's too that is if I don't even know how much I really believe that AEW didn't tell him to apologize, because we've seen this with AEW in the past, where they do tell people take this down and then they fine people. So I don't know, it may have not been direct, but for me, I think, especially with his past social media behavior, He didn't take anything else down except for now. I think personally, somebody, whether it was a higher up, whether it was one of the talents, somebody for sure got in his ear and was like, "Hey, dude, you know this is a little much. This is a little much. I don't think you needed to say that." So for me personally, I don't know who exactly it was, but I do believe somebody did get in his ear because again, all he reeks of on social media is little dick syndrome. It is. All he does all fucking day, and I see it whenever I go on Twitter. All he does is sit there and argue with people. Like you are
Mm.
Ricochet, bro. You are a top level performer in the industry, and all you have time to do on your free time is sit on Twitter. I mean, that is horrible. That is a terrible
Yeah.
life. I mean, it's a terrible fucking life. I mean, all the money you got, you're getting a Tony Khan bag, and you're sitting on Twitter. I mean,
It's you're making no for real. That's all he does.
and again, so that to me, I don't know how much I believe that AEW didn't tell him to apologize, but they told him after that was the right thing to do. I think somebody got in his ear, whether it was a higher up or not, somebody he worked with or somebody got in his ear and was like, "Hey, bruh, that was a
You
bit
gotta
too far."
apologize.
And then I think AEW, maybe the higher ups might have been like, that was the right thing to do, but for sure somebody got in his ear because again, all he does is sit on social media. And then when people call him out for being an asshole, he likes to backtrack and play victim and say, "Well, you guys want me to play a character and you guys want me to be a good heel and all this shit." All he does is sit on social. That's all he fucking does is sit on social media and argue with people. And none of the stuff is ever deleted. You expect him to believe now he wants to apologize? If nobody said anything to him, he would have for sure kept that
Let
up.
it.
He would have for
Oh,
sure.
he would have let it. He if he never got like that much of a backlash, he would have kept that up 100%, man. Because he's always tweeting at people. He's always tweeting about like WWE product whenever
Yes.
he likes he tweets at like Javon Evans and like Oba and shit. Like, bro, you're such a loser, bro. Like,
Yes.
you're making Tony Khan money, bro. You were a champion in their company. Act like a champion, dude. It's so sad, dude. It's so like you said, it is truly little dick syndrome, man.
It is, bro. It is. I mean, half of these motherfuckers. I mean, dude, you sit on Twitter all day arguing with people. That is the embodiment of little dick syndrome. Talent, fan, whatever it is, bro. You're sitting online arguing with people you don't know about professional wrestling. I mean, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. I mean, you're all day, all fucking day, every day. This is what you do. That is the embodiment of little dick syndrome to me, bro. I mean, again, you can't sit online arguing with people you do not know about a sport product, bro. I mean, what the fuck is even that? That is no life, bro. That is no fucking life.
You're doing is when you do shit like that, man. That's when you know you have. Because if you have confidence in what you're doing, you're not gonna tweet back. You're just gonna go do what you do, and it's gonna be good. But he has no confidence in himself, so he has to tweet back.
It's ridiculous, bro. Get the fuck off Twitter. Get the fuck off social media and get in your bag, bro. I mean, that's all you could do. I don't get
All
it.
you do.
I don't get it. But yeah, I especially hate these type of characters, man, where they try to portray these assholes on social media and cover it up by saying, they're just being a villain. And I hate those so much, man. Like, dude, if you were as good as you say you were, like, look at Drew McIntyre. His heel work paid off on TV before he started doing the social media stuff. And even his social media stuff, it was just trolling. It was being a dick to
Yeah,
CM Punk. He wasn't out there
it was too
telling.
CM Punk.
Yes, it was to stuff that portrayed on television. None of what Ricochet says to the wrestling fans he argues with on Twitter correlates on television. He doesn't.
Nothing. None of it does. And that's what Drew did. He would tweet at Punk, make jokes about Punk. He wasn't fucking joking at some random fans because it didn't matter to him. It didn't matter to what he was doing.
Ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. But, hey, man. That's all the news we got here today for you guys, man. So Ricochet should be crossing his fingers if he has a job by the end of the week. So, with that being said, thank you guys so very much for joining us. Everybody in the live chat, my guy Tom, my brother Durante, and manager Logan, thank you guys as always for joining us for episode 310 of the news. Thank you guys as always, man. And with that, it's been a pleasure for my Johnny.
It's okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Seals. This has been episode 310. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all on Monday with NHP Unscripted.
Peace.